There's a new event that just went live in Modern Warfare 2 today, and this event makes some of the rarest items to get in the entire game over 1,000 times easier, and when Season 4 hits, you will no longer be able to get these items. They're making them impossible to get once the season ends, and one of these is a free glowing tracer blueprint. In this video, we're going to break down the event, exactly what's going on, all the different rewards that are made super easy by this event, and what you have to do to get them. Then we're going to talk about some tips and tricks. If you want to see any more videos like this in the future, make sure to unlock that subscribe button. Now, this event wasn't announced in game. The only place they've officially talked about this event is via Raven Software on Twitter. Starting now, Champions Quest is enabled for all players in all core Battle Royale modes. This week is your last chance to earn the current Champions Quest rewards before they're retired. New rewards coming with Warzone 2 in Season 4. What this means is every game of Battle Royale you play on Al Mazrah during this event, you're going to spawn in with the Champions Quest, also known as the Nuke contract. Normally, you have to win 5 games in a row on Battle Royale on Al Mazrah to get this, and then you've got one attempt to get the nuke, and if you fail it, you've got to start from the beginning. You've got to win 5 games in a row again. However, during this event, if you load into Al Mazrah right now, you're going to spawn in with the Champions Quest. If you pick it up, it's going to start the new contract, and if you fail it, just play another game. Every single game you play, you have an attempt at the new contract. All you have to do is beat other players in picking it up. And yes, if you do manage to get the new contract, you manage to do all of the steps and pull the nuke off, you get all of the normal nuke rewards you would get without this event being live. The rewards you get are this emblem, this calling card, this weapon sticker, this weapon charm. You also get this operator skin, which is one of the most sought after operator skins in the entire game. And you get this weapon blueprint that glows in the dark, has tracers, and looks amazing with camos. And no, you don't have to get multiple nukes to get all these rewards. Just getting one Warzone nuke will unlock all of these rewards for you. And there's also an item that's rarer than everything we just talked about that's also a lot easier to get during this event. That's the Quest Denied emblem. Prior to this event, this was probably the single rarest thing to get in Modern Warfare 2. To unlock the Quest Denied emblem, what you have to do is defuse a nuke in Warzone that an enemy team's planted, but the team that planted the nuke still has to be alive while you defuse it. So somehow, after the enemy team manages to plant the nuke, you've got to sneak up and defuse it without them killing you. Doing that will unlock the Quest Denied emblem for everyone on your team. So here's the steps you need to take to get a nuke in Warzone. The first thing you need to do when you spawn in is open your map and look for the Champions Quest. You have to go and pick this up. It's going to be kind of like a contract, but instead of a phone, it's going to be a yellow briefcase. This is going to be a little bit harder during this event because everyone in the entire game sees the same 3 contracts on the map, so everyone's going to go for the closest one. I would kind of recommend trying to go for one of the contracts farther out, but this is going to be one of the hardest parts of this because everyone in the entire lobby is going to be going for these contracts, and most likely when you pick up the contract, you're probably going to die because there's going to be a lot of people around you. But don't worry if you die. You can go to the gulag, get out of your gulag, and you can still finish the contract. One thing I've noticed during this event, everyone's just going for this contract. So if you manage to get the contract first, a lot of the people are going to back out of the game after they don't get the contract because they're going to go find another game where they try to get the contract, making this even easier. You do have to keep in mind that there are 3 contracts per game. So while you're going for your part of the new contract, there's probably 2 other teams going for the same stuff as well. Now, after you manage to pick up the contract, here's what you have to do. During the match, there's going to be 3 separate elements that spawn in. The first element being beryllium. Once you pick this up, it's going to act like a most wanted contract, but way worse. It's going to permanently show your location to everyone else in the game while you're holding this. The second element is plutonium, and this one is radioactive. So the entire time you're holding this element, you're going to be taking damage. Then the third and final element, trinium, gives off a DDoS effect, so it disables all nearby vehicles and your minimap. You have to take all 3 of these elements to the nuke site that spawns in. Then you can start to plant the nuke, which takes 15 seconds. Once planted, you have to defend the nuke site for 2 minutes while the entire lobby tries to either defuse the nuke or take out your squad. And if your entire squad gets wiped, you fail the challenge and have to start over next game. It's also important to note there's only one nuke site. So even though there's 3 different quests that spawn and different teams can pick them up and get all 3 different elements, only one team can plant. So whatever team gets all 3 of their elements first and is able to plant arms the nuke. The other teams aren't going to be able to do that in the game. It's first come, first serve. So yes, even though they made doing this a lot easier, it's still going to be pretty challenging to get done. But if you're a decent player, able to get a squad of friends together who can strategize, who are also pretty decent and have good communication, with enough attempts, you should be able to do this and get all the rewards. The issue is we don't know exactly when this event's ending. On the post, all it said is all the rewards were retiring at the end of this week. It didn't say anything about the event. I assume the event's going to go on until the next season starts, but that's not guaranteed. For all I know, the event could only be a 1-day thing, a 2-day thing, a 3-day thing. So I would recommend getting on as soon as you can to go ahead and get the rewards, because we really don't know when this is going to end. But if I had to take a guess, I would say it's going to end at the start of the next season. Now, what I find really interesting, they said this week is your last chance to earn the current Nuke rewards before they're retired. They didn't just say reward, they said rewards, which implies all of them. Normally, each season, they just retire the blueprint. Season 1, 2, and 3 all had different Nuke Reward blueprints. This time, it sounds like they're retiring the emblem, the calling card, the charm, the sticker, the operator skin, and the weapon blueprint. Then they say new rewards are coming with Warzone Season 4, so I think they're replacing all of them. If you get a nuke in Season 4, you're going to get a new blueprint, a new calling card, a new charm, a new sticker, a new operator skin, which is really exciting. Hopefully, the new ones are better than the ones that are currently in the game. And this got me thinking, normally they only do the blueprint. Why would they do all of the rewards? That's because in Season 4, we're getting our first new actual Battle Royale map. Yes, we got Ashika Island in the past, but that's only for Resurgence. The new map coming in Season 4 can be both Resurgence and Battle Royale, but the Battle Royale version of it is not coming till mid-season. So I think we might get a new type of Champions Quest with the new map possibly, and that might be why they're refreshing the rewards. Or maybe they just decided that the old Nuke rewards are kind of getting stale and they wanted to replace them. Either way, I'm excited. New free rewards coming to the game are always exciting to me. And hopefully the new blueprint has tracers just like this one does. Now, normally in my videos like this, I try to give you helpful tips, tricks, and strategies to help you unlock things quicker. However, me personally, I'm not a Warzone player and I'm not good enough to get Warzone nukes outside of this event, but I have a friend named Turp who's personally got over 100 Warzone nukes, and I asked him, hey, if you were going to give advice to someone trying to get nukes during this event who's not usually done this before, what would you tell them? What strategy would you recommend? And this is what he sent. One person grabs the nuke contract, one person grabs a heli, and 2 people grab LTVs. Carry 1 gas can per vehicle. Make sure the vehicles are safe and at near full health at most times. Try to loot big cash spots for backup for the streak/boxes if you can't get a black site. Prioritize a stronghold for the 2-plate. Gather BE, which is one of the elements you need to get, and take it somewhere safe. If the zone forces you too early, if not, grab it at the start of the 4th circle. Make sure you're the first to the nuke site and deposit BE. 2 people in an LTV grab PU, that's another one of the elements. 1 holds PU and maintains the vehicle and drops the second guy off at T so he can run it while the other driver goes and deposits PU. The reason the other person has to run T, because this is the one that gives you the DDoS, so you can't get in or go near a vehicle if you're holding T. 3 members of the team keep the nuke site clear, wait for the T to get deposited and smoke and arm the nuke. Drop a PA on the person planning to maintain control of the airspace. Identify power position with eyes on the nuke site. 1 or 2 people stay in LTVs driving around in circles with the 3rd person looking at the nuke site and run over the diffuser if possible. Every 30 seconds, drop a PA on the nuke site to maintain control of the airspace. Now, obviously, this isn't the only strategy you can use for going for a nuke, but hopefully this can point you in the right direction. I really do think there's a large amount of people who are going to be able to get a nuke during this event if they get a competent team together who has good communication and can strategize well together. Obviously, there's going to be some games you play where you absolutely get wrecked, but the more times you attempt this, the more chances you have of getting an easier lobby, the more chances you have of getting a lobby where everything aligns perfectly, where you get a good zone, you get a good nuke site, and you get good placement. And if you just keep trying and keep going for it, you should be eventually able to get it and get all these rewards. Now, if you want to see some of these nuke games in action, that way you can get a visual representation of what you're supposed to do, I'm going to leave Turp's kick link down below. That way you can join his stream, watch the games in action, and get a better idea of what you're supposed to do. I've also got 2 other friends who also have over 100 plus nukes each. We've got Lesful and Gigadad. Their Twitch links are going to be below as well. That way, if you want to, you can go down there, check out their streams, watch Nuke Games in actions, and get some better ideas of what you should be doing. With that, guys, we're going to go ahead and wrap up this video. Let me know how you feel about this event that makes getting these nuke contracts super easy, and how you feel about them resetting all of the nuke rewards next season. If you want to see any more videos like this in the future, make sure to unlock that subscribe button. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.